Hey, this is Glow, and welcome to Adventure Glow. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about my 4Runner, how much I love it, but how it's been giving me some issues lately, and I will try to kind of walk through it where it makes sense. But to be honest, it's just been very challenging trying to get it back on the road without any check engine lights and where it is not idling rough and all the things. And so I've been documenting it a little bit, but I'm going to try to piece together the journey of my 4Runner. I bought my Toyota 4Runner off of Facebook Market from this very nice family, and it was listed though as a 2004, but it's actually a 2003. A couple months before getting this Toyota, I had did like some van camping with my husband. We went up to Yellowstone, and I was like, I really like this idea of just like, car camping. So I wanted a vehicle that was bigger than the little van that we were using. And I've always wanted a 4Runner, so it just kind of made sense for me to, get this 4Runner. So it was like a birthday gift to myself. It was. So anyway, I was like, I'll go do some solo camping, just like something that I can do for fun independently. Like me and my husband, we own a trailer, but that really kind of like is like more to like go get the trailer out of storage and so forth. This here I can just like jump in the 4Runner and go camping. So that was the goal, to go camping. And if you have seen my videos the past year and a half, you can see where I have taken this 4Runner many places and have had lots of fun in it. Yeah, and while the outside of the car looked like a hot mess, it lived most of its life in Arizona. So a lot of like, paint peeling and so forth. Like it drove so good. And it's like a V8, no problems in like the way that it performed. And then suddenly I got a check engine light. So I stopped in Texarkana, and then I got some gas. And then I went to go use the restroom. I, parked up near the building. And when I came out, it looked like it was like some fluid under my car. But I was like, I don't know if it was there before or if it was just the AC. But then when I got on the highway, on the interstate here, I saw that I have a check engine light on. Turning my vehicle off. Hopefully I can get it back turned on to get home. It's so weird. I'm going to check my... I'm going to check my gas thing and see what's going on. Definitely wasn't tight. Alright, the moment of truth. Let's see if the light stays on. It's on right now still. But the important thing is that it did crank up, so that's good. So while the check engine light came on and stayed on for the most part, I would clear it out, and then it'd come back on like 600 miles down the line. But even though we had a check engine light, it still drove fine. I didn't have any symptoms of anything, and they were like misfire codes, and the internet was like, yeah, you can still drive your car if there's some misfires. Like I said, we didn't have any symptoms, and so I didn't feel like I was doing any damage to the car, because like it was just some misfire codes, but no like symptoms. And maybe I should have like taken it more seriously, but I didn't at that point. So you're not supposed to cook in your car, but I have the whole back window open, so I think it'll be fine for me to warm up some water. This is like the most epic view of like the Buffalo River down there, and just having my 4Runner. This is what that window is made for. Okay, let's go back to where the video started. This is us going to Galveston in November of 2025, and we ended up at an AutoZone. We are at AutoZone, and Rhett is about to change the spark plugs. Hopefully it's easy like the video said it was. Yeah, the car was idling really bad and some misfire codes. So we'll see. I think I have pliers. Let me go get them. Yeah. I have my trusty little fan here. It's like 80 something degrees outside. It's not too hot, but it is pretty warm. Rhett is still fixing the car. Hopefully, because it was idling really bad. It had never done that before. Like the light had came on. I think I mentioned that like last year. But when I reset it, I got a new cap and I reset it like a gas cap. I thought it was something like that. And it would take probably about like 600 miles for it to come back on again. Anyway, this time like the codes are reading like misfires. So the first step that Rhett felt like, and I agreed, just to change the spark plugs and see from there. So that's where we are. He is changing the spark plugs. Okay, so this is December the 6th, I think. Yeah. The 4Runner has been in the shop. It has been out of the shop. It has been in the shop. My dad has been what I call the broker on it, communicating with the mechanic. And 2 things have been changed on it. Kind of 3, but one spark plug haven't changed, but we had already changed all of them like a couple weeks before. And then we did the
changed out the coils.
Oh yeah, changed out the coils.
Well, we
like
didn't
2
change out
of
the
them.
coils. We just switched them around.
Oh yeah, I really wasn't gonna go into the detail of that, but yeah, we switched it around, tried to problem solve with that, but it really was like 2 coils because it was running very lean. But like once he fixed that, the mechanic, it worked fine. Like it was driving fine. We even took it down to where did we take it? Down to Central Texas. But then we got to check engine light again. So we brought it back to the same guy. He changed out the O2 sensor. The O2 sensor, the light came off and then it came back on. And now it's so is it like catalytic or catalyst converter? Catalytic converter. He's saying that's what's going on. And I agree because we had ran a cold, and I don't know, I was looking at some pictures and one of the check engine lights was that cold, but I don't think it stayed. Like it was like it came up for a time this past year, and then that was it. So anyway, we are picking up the 4Runner from my parents' house. There it is. And we're going to take it to the Sierra Outfitter, whatever that place is called. Trading Post. Just to kind of run it and see what happens. We haven't driven it since it's been out, but to fix the catalytic converter, it'll be $1,700. And we're like, okay, maybe we try to do it ourselves. I don't know. So it's running. It just has to check engine light. And I live in Texas, and Texas requires for you to have your what is it called? Your emissions correct.
Only if you live in certain counties.
True. Most of Texas requires that. So
no, only the big counties.
Okay, well, the
Most
big counties
doesn't require it.
Most of Texas doesn't, but like where I live,
It's the cities.
And so so that's the goal, is to try to get this thing with the check engine light off so we can get it past inspection, because it's like out of inspection right now. But yeah, I'm gonna go get the key and then we're gonna drive out. It's about 40 miles from here, maybe? I don't know. So in an attempt to try to make it make sense what's been done to the vehicle, I'm just going to show the receipts and you can just pause and read it. So the main things were like some ignition coils were changed out, 2 O2 sensors were replaced, the catalytic converter was replaced, some of the spark plugs that we had already replaced, those were suggested to be replaced as well. I know sometimes things can be kind of tricky with like the OEM parts. And so with the spark plugs, I was like, let's just like, wherever is running code, just replace them again with OEM parts. And so we did that. And then the ignition coils, made sure they were all OEM. And I told the mechanic, all of them, that I would want OEM parts because I didn't want it to come down to like a part issue. So basically, that's the rundown of the 4Runner. It's pretty much out of commission. It still runs, but it like idles so low. I do not trust it at all. So I was talking to my dad the other day and about it, and he was like, it's probably something very simple. I'm like, it probably is. Like, I don't know, but I paid like $3,000 for someone else to figure that out. And here I am still like trying to problem solve. But my next step, I'm going to change out all the ignition coils, not just like the few that the mechanic suggested. And I'm especially going to change out coil number 8, since the first mechanic was saying that it was loose or something was going on with it. And so definitely will do number 8. But at this point, I'm also thinking about, I probably should have just like bought a new 4Runner because like I haven't been out in like 2 months. I do have like some more content coming your way from like my trip in November, but I haven't gone camping in over 2 months. And I'm just like, maybe I should just buy a new 4Runner. But at the same time, I want to keep my V8. As they say, they don't make them like they used to. And I do still believe that like 4Runners or Toyotas are reliable. But at the same time, I'm just like, right now, I don't have a reliable one. But anyway, so if you all have any ideas on what I should do to fix my Toyota Corolla, I used to own a Toyota Corolla, Toyota 4Runner, leave it in the comments. Taking all suggestions. If you ever dealt with like these misfires, let me know. And just for the record, the timing belt has been done. That's not even related, but the timing belt on this vehicle has been done. Just put that out there. But if you have any ideas on what I should do next, let me know. I don't want to get rid of it, but at the same time, I want a reliable car. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you've gotten this far, I appreciate it. Yeah, I will see you in the next one.